All right, welcome back, everybody. If you look around the shop, it's in a worse state of chaos than normal. Yesterday, after I shot the tire shop short, I had a rare fit of ambition, and I got the bead breaker out and started out to break the beads on the two that I wanted to put these bar tires on for the 782. And I thought, well, you got it out, let's just do them all. So I did. And then I started dismounting. And about an hour after I started, I had all 7 tires dismounted. And I swapped these Firestones onto here yesterday, even put the wheel weights back on, and with a little bit of luck, they're not even gonna move from the spot where I put them on the tractor. They're just gonna come back off and we'll get the bar tires on. Took the narrow front 45 to Pella this morning, retrieved my plow. It got pulled in here because it was raining when I got home, and it's got enough rust on it already. So it got pulled in the shop just because it was the easiest place to get it out of the weather. The 856 is sitting here at a strange angle because it's nosed up to this pallet of weights. And I think part of today's video is going to be hanging weights back on the 856. That plow has got to get some oil put on it and a little cleaning. I don't know what else we're going to do with it. But I got these rims. I wire brushed the bead seat area and I didn't want it to rust, so I just shot a little primer on there. I was going to use white paint, but paint takes forever to dry and primer's almost instant, so we'll get them flipped over and paint the other side, and then we're gonna get them bar tires on there. It looks reasonably flat around here, and for the most part it is, but there are places where bar tires are a big assistance to the mowing. So, I don't know. I'll bring you back when I get doing something else. All right, since our last installment, I have primered the bead areas on the rims for the 782, and I also did the ones for the 82T mower. We thought about doing that. We'll get to that in a minute. I got the all thread put in the wheel centers on the 856 so we can put the split weights on. If I was using whole weights, I'd only use 2 sticks, but I had a plethora of splits that had nice paint on them and they're easier to handle, so that's why that is. Cleaned up the plow. Shot some of the best stuff in the world, Justice Brothers chain lube on there. Now I'm surprised it's not rustier than that. Getting ready to mount a tire on that rim. I got one on that, but I'm thwarted on this because I only had one valve stem that size, so I'm gonna have to go to town and get parts before I can mount the other one. That sucks, but I'll try to get these both mounted today, but I think in the short term, I'm gonna time warp the hanging the suitcase weights, and then we'll shoot a segment of putting the splits on. But I think I'm gonna set this thing up on the ground and we'll shoot this in time warp. And you can see how a fat old man puts suitcase weights on a Farmall. All right, I did the other side. We got 8 pieces to go. This shirt on a day like this is mostly just a sweat rag, but when I'm shooting these clips, I put it back on so you people don't have to see me. Like Ross said the other day, I'd just as soon not be on camera. But such is life. And these things are kind of directional. Three pieces to go, folks. I'm telling you, this is hard on a fat old man. That socket's not deep enough. You get some close. If you can see, the sweat is just running out of me. It's not that hot today, it's probably 82, but the humidity has just been off the charts all summer. Right here we have our friendly tractor pulling socket that I made when I was pulling that narrow front 45. And pulling them F&H weights off of there to get down to 4,000, and then bulking it up one set at a time. That got to be a job. That's a socket that I made so you can go down over a lot of alt thread. gotta tell you folks, and this is far from a paid advertisement because, well, if DeWalt wants to start giving me tools, I'm okay with that. So if you're from the DeWalt company, contact me, I'll get you an address and you can send me all the stuff you want. But anyway, this little small size 1/2-inch impact is unbelievable. Now, Milwaukee makes one similar, it's great too. I've got a 3/8 like that, I love it too. What they've done with these electric or cordless tools the last 5 years is just fantastic. Okay, I think that is going to be it for today. Thanks for watching.